Hello, welcome to Straight A's, a podcast about middle schoolers by middle schoolers. I'm your host, Lester.
And I'm your host, Chuck.
Chuck, what is the one thing that comes to mind when you think of Halloween?
I usually think of the candy that you get from trick-or-treating.
Me too. Listeners, do you ever wonder what types of candy are most popular, how much we spend on candy, and why we give out candy in the first place?
If so, this episode will answer all your questions after the break.
So, let's first talk about the origin of Halloween candy.
Originally, in the late 1940s, kids usually went around causing trouble on Halloween.
So, when the candy industry needed an excuse to sell their product in the fall, parents decided to come up with the whole idea of giving out treats in exchange for tricks to keep those kids busy.
Those kids must have caused a lot of trouble back in the late 1940s.
Now that we have talked about the origin of trick-or-treating, let's talk about the financial part of Halloween candy.
According to Investopia, adults in the U.S. spend over $3.1 billion on Halloween candy.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
It is, in fact. That's how much NASA spends on the International Space Station every year.
In case you don't know, the International Space Station, or the ISS, is a place where most international astronauts stay during their missions.
Simply put, we spend a lot of money on Halloween candy every year.
Now, let's talk about the type of candy that kids like most. According to the website US Today, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are the most frequently bought candy during the Halloween season.
Reese's Cups are followed by M&Ms and Skittles.
However, frequently being bought doesn't necessarily mean that they are the most popular.
So we decided to interview little kids that are trick-or-treating to ask them what kind of candy they like best.
Before the interview, Chuck had some important contract negotiations with NPR.
In other words, he was trick-or-treating and left us to dry. Not cool, Chuck.
Anyways, Billy will be taking over for the rest of the episode.
Here are the results for the interview.
I like Butterfingers.
I like Skittles.
I like Skittles.
Twizzlers.
Snickers. Warheads.
Twizzlers.
Milky Way.
Bubblegum.
It's 100 grand. Everyone knows that Sour Patch and Fuzzy Peaches are the best thing ever.
Airheads.
Lollipops.
Airheads. Kit Kats. Kit Kat.
Twix.
Kit Kat.
Oh, my favorite candy is either Skittles or Starburst. Sour Patch Kids.
M&Ms.
Twix. Gummy bears.
Twix.
Reese's.
Lemon heads.
Twix.
Starburst.
Crunch.
Kit Kat.
Let's do it.
Kit Kat. Nerd. Your mom.
So everyone gave a good answer, maybe except for the last one.
Really? I kind of like that one.
Anyways, it's clear that Twix and Kit Kats, followed by Skittles, are the most popular types of candy for little kids. This episode was produced by Bob. Our sound directors are Max and Jeffrey.
Our scriptwriters are me, Lester, Chuck, and Bob.
I'm your host, Lester.
And I'm your co-host, Billy.
Thank you for watching.